Hello trader, welcome back to another live session Thursday day. Let's look at what kind of trading opportunity we have in the market today as a very important day. We see that there is a significant breakout on XAUUSD along with a significant trend on dollar yen, dollar CAD, and Gbpusd, and also we can see some movement on British Pound history, which is also trending. So we'll be looking to see which one giving us the best opportunity, like we do every day. We'll be looking for XAUUSD at the moment. This instrument is trending, looking for lower time frame entry as soon as we will find that. And as you know that later today, coming in 20 minutes time, core retail sales and retail sales, both of them are quite important news announcement coming up in just a matter of 20 minutes. So let's keep eye on that one as well. As you can see that with the core retail sales and retail sales, both of them are significant news coming up in a couple of hours. So let's begin first of all looking at on XAUUSD. It is a bullish market here, and we can see that in this bull market this is a support level here. Okay, so we can see that this is an important support here. I will be doing a full multi-time frame analysis, and what we can see here in this market that on the lower time frame. Okay, so we can see from the lower time frame, this is the daily chart here, and in the daily market this is a strongly bullish at the moment. First, I would like to see that you guys can hear me, everyone. Thank you very much. Good to see you, dear coach. Welcome. And I would appreciate if you guys write something on the live chat, YN or 1, 2, any numbers, then that will tell that you can hear me. I would prefer Y. Yes, thank you, Roga. So Roga can hear me. If anyone can't hear me, you can say no, so that I can see that it's going everywhere. And your like in the stream is appreciated. YouTube algorithm likes it, so thanks for your support. As you know that I'll try to find the best trade possible in the market. All of us together we can trade in this as the market is trending currently. So looking at here on XAUUSD, this is a I have drawn a support level here, a trend line on the daily chart, which is an important support here. And in this support level, what you can see that the market in this trending market, so you can see an impulse correction. This is a very organized uptrending market structure, followed by we saw that there was a huge breakup structure. This breakup structure is important, as after this breakup structure we can see the market started to trend again in the major direction here. So with that being said, here what we can see that a narrow red candle followed by very narrow 2 days of sideways movement, which is a pullback, narrow pullback. And today we can see once the market opened with a gap, the price started to bounce again in the major direction, which in fact has crossed 3,300 level, which is a long term in an uptrend. David, welcome. Amir, hello, how are you, man? I'm good, thank you. Now as this market is trending in the major direction, so if we look at the 4 hour here, and this is the intraday 1 hour, looking at to see a couple of liquidity grab here. We can see that with that inverted head and shoulder, there is a complete breakout followed by this narrow pullback here. We can see that another breakout, a deeper pullback here, and what we can see that this is a where there is a liquidity grab, a big bounce with a stronger bullish momentum here, followed by we can see another bullish price action here in that area. So in this zone here, what we can see that it's a narrow consolidation, and looking at the 15 minutes and the lower time frame here, we can see that I was looking at the 1 minute chart to see how the market is evolving here. We can see that again 4 hour support, and then if the market is coming back to that intraday support level, we will be looking for possible buying opportunity in this market. So you can see that here this is the lower time frame, 15 minute chart here, and we can see the lower time frame here. Look at the 1 minute chart, and where we can see that this is the level here where there is an inverted head and shoulder, and with that inverted head and shoulder we see a strong breakout, followed by here is in a sideways movement consolidation. And here is, guys, what we can see that in this area, that this is a very important neckline here of this inverted head and shoulder. The market completely has broken back to the upside, and as the market is in a bullish trend in that area. Okay, so here is what you can see, that lower time frame, and this is the zone that we are looking to see that the market to potentially retest this resistance here, which is turning support here, and we may see the market is potentially breaking back towards the upside here in this direction. So here is what we can see, that this market is in a bullish trend, and we will be waiting for that price to possibly break below here in that support level, and then for the market to trend to the upside. And at the moment we can see this is a sideways, expecting to drop again in that direction to the liquidity zone, and then to trend again in the major direction. This is what we are looking to see on XAUUSD, for the market to come back here, retest, and then to bounce back up. So this is the level that looking to see for the market to come down, retest, and then to revert back up again to create a new higher high in this market. So if you guys have any opinion, you can share your thought on that. Plus look at dollar yen. Yeah, we can look at the double screen for the dollar yen. We saw the dollar yen was also having a trend here. Dollar yen looking at here in this market, this is a long-term bear market. Dollar yen, you can see that the market is trending here, creating series of lower high in that area, and with that series of lower high formation on dollar yen, the market has managed to break below here. Here is a triangular pattern. We were running a trade which is in that zone on dollar yen, and we can see the market in fact trending in that zone, and expectation for this price to keep pushing down here. Looking at the 1 hour chart, this is also liquidity grab, and the market may potentially remain bearish on dollar yen. And 15 minute and the lower time frame here, we can see that after this move on dollar yen, here is a trend line here. Okay, so in that trend line, okay, so what we can see that the market in this zone here, which is previous resistance, multiple time tested, and from that resistance the market, we can see that managed to break below. Expecting is that the price to potentially drop here to that support level, and then to create a new lower low in this market. So you could see the market trending on dollar yen, and what we see that the price to remain bearish for long-term perspective on dollar yen. What we can expect for the price to potentially keep pushing down to create a new lower low in this market. So dollar yen is in a bearish price action. We could see the price to continue to drop here. Looking at gold, where we can see that the market on XAUUSD, it's in a very strong bull market. Early today we saw that there was a what's the Forex pair. So we are looking at XAUUSD, which is we can see that it's trending. Early today we had a, as soon as the market opened, you can see there's a gap open and there was no wick at the bottom on trading view that we can see, which is showing that bullish market structure, expecting for the price to potentially drop here and then to return again to the upside. So here is the lower time frame that are looking at 30 minutes. We can see, if we look at the 30 minutes, that's where you can see the trend, and there is a liquidity grab here. So if you guys not sure about the liquidity grab, you can let me know in the live chat. We can discuss. Thank you. Welcome Amir, thanks for joining the live session. You guys are awesome. Let's look at here on this 30 minutes time frame, why so many candlestick pattern, the price grab the liquidity going back up, grab the liquidity going back up. So we will be looking to see here, in this market, guys, why this market trend is important at the moment, and what is the confluence that we can consider when we are looking at this market trend, that it is still a probability for the price to go up. So what do we look at when we are looking at the market? That's what I would like to ask you guys. What do you think that good discuss liquidity grab and implication expectation? Yes, this is what welcome. Yeah, so let's understand why we are looking for entry on XAUUSD. Let's understand that what is liquidity grab, right? So firstly, let's understand why it is important to know the liquidity and how it works, and then we'll be looking at what is liquidity and how you can use it in your trading, right? So what is liquidity grab? This is the first question that you need to understand it. Now, smart money, those who are mover of the market, as a retail trader, if we all trade together, the market may not move even little bit. So you see that someday there is a low volume and the market doesn't move, is because of that reason. Okay, so retail trader only has a very small fraction of the volume in the market. Okay, so the most of the volume from institutional trader, the big boys, okay, hedge funds, they are the liquidity, they are the mover of the market, right? So, and when they trade, the market moves, and the direction that trade, the market move in that direction. So then as a retail trader, if you are trading like a retail trader, then probably it's not gonna work. So what we need to do is to understand that when the smart money coming in the market, when they are trading in the direction of the liquidity, that's what we are looking at, right? Now here is, if you look at here, you can see that this is here is the liquidity grab, and that's what is the liquidity grab, right? So now there's an advantage of the retail trader than the smart money, is that retail trader have a reference, okay, than the smart money. What do I mean by this? Then I will be explaining how to identify the liquidity, and before that, let's understand it. smart money need to first guess when there will be liquidity grab here, but the retail trader can follow their footstep. So what do I mean by this? Let's understand it. Early today we had a trade here. You guys have seen that in the VIP group. We secured that profit and looking forward to have some more later today. Now when we see this trade, okay, now when this candlestick pattern has formed, this 30 minutes bullish candlestick pattern has formed, as a retail trader we know that there is a liquidity grab here. There is a smart money buying this market in that area, but smart money, they need to create this candlestick pattern before it formed. So that's the advantage of a retail trader than the smart money trader, right? So we know that when the smart money bought, and then we can follow them. That's the advantage as a retail trader, and which is really, really good. Now we understand it. The next thing is what happened here, why the market moved. That high here from that zone to the upside, why the market moved that fast from that level to the upside in this area on XAUUSD, right? So this is what we are looking at in that area on this instrument. Now to understand it, why smart money, okay, so when the smart money bought here, we can see the price has moved from that level. Why it is important for the smart money to move that market and how they have done that. Let's understand it. Okay, so if you look at here, you can see that this is a doji formation here, and when we see a market like that, or I'd say that fully bullish, what happened that all those buyers bought, they are moving their stop loss along the way, right? So which is many traders trail the stop loss, and at the same time new buyers coming in the market. So below those each candlestick pattern, each candle, there is a huge stop loss. Okay, so let's understand why it is important. Let's say someone has bought from here or from here, and their stop loss is in this area, and it's a buy trade, right? So what happened next? The market has dropped, crossed that low, grabbed the liquidity, and then boom, bounce back up. What happened here? The thing happened is that in that area is all those buyers who place their stop loss or the trail their stop loss, all those order is a sell order. This is the paradox that you need to understand that, guys. Keep in mind that when you are buying, you are thinking that, okay, I'm a buyer, I'm buying, right? But at the same time, your stop loss is a sell order. So at the same time, you're telling your broker that, okay, if I am in this level, that I will be buying, and if the market drop here, then instead of buying, I'm going to sell. So you are a buyer and seller at the same time at different level. And when the market drop here, now this drop is a pullback. Sometimes we see manipulation. So it's a way that for the market to grab that liquidity, that means that to turn all those buyers into seller. So when all those buyers turn into seller, who is buying on the other side, right? Because someone else need to take your order. So if you are a buyer, someone else need to sell. If you are a seller, someone else need to buy your order. Now when the market did that, this is where smart money bought the market. because all those seller turn into sellers stop loss triggered, and that's where all those buyers stop loss triggered, and that turn into seller. Smart money bought this candlestick pattern form, and that's where the volume came. Because of the liquidity, the price, boom, that's start to move back again with a major direction. That's what the key to understand how the smart money trade the market. That is where the liquidity. Now, to understand more, we will be discussing further later. We'll be looking at that. But in the meantime, let's understand currently what is the situation in the market, right? So it's in a trend. As you can see, whenever the market is dropping, it's bouncing back up. So it's in a trend, and would like to see that the market is trending in the major direction here. So at the moment, you can see there is an inverted head and shoulder here, and with the inverted head and shoulder, the market started to bounce back up here. Expecting is that the price to potentially come back further. You can see there is a liquidity, two back-to-back, 3 1 hours candle, 3 1 hour candle. They're all of them showing potentially stronger liquidity grab. So here is looking at some bullish price action is being formed here. We'll be looking to enter once we see the price has given us that possible opportunity. 4 hour chart, the price in a zone, you can see there is a huge breakout early today on XAUUSD. And for me, what I think that at the moment, if the price coming to this any of this support level, that's where you will be looking for possible entry opportunity in this market. This is what we're looking to see, that possible buy opportunity. As soon as we will find that, we will be looking for entry. Let's see where the price is potentially heading to. So here is an important support level here. So we can see this is a support here, support here, support here, support here, important level of support, and expecting it to for the market to potentially drop and then to revert back up again. That's what we're looking to see, that possibly to break below further. And 4 hour chart, you can see it's an important level. These two levels that I'm looking to see, we can look for possible reaction from those levels. At the moment, the price in a zone that we may not be able to find any entry here. We would like to see that it's breaking below, and once we see it has dropped enough, broken below, we can look for possible entry opportunity in this market. Thank you for joining the live session. Let's wait for the price to show its hand. We found the levels that we're looking to see. Waiting for the market to show possible entry opportunity in that area. Is that RU that highlighted the liquidity area? So liquidity area, this is where this is where the liquidity zone. Below this level there is a high liquidity, because when this candle has formed there is still order here. So all those buyers stop loss now below this level, many of them hit all of this. So basically below the structure, now you can see the market was respecting the 10 EMA. Now it didn't touch the 20 EMA so far from here. So in case the price coming to the 20 EMA, this is another important liquidity zone. From the 30 minutes that it didn't, but from 15 minutes we saw that multiple times it crossed that. So this trend line is a very important support, and from this trend line we could see that the market to potentially trend and then to return again back to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. So you can see there is a liquidity gap, there's a liquidity gap. This is a strong liquidity candle. This is also strong liquidity candle. 1 hour chart here as well. A very powerful liquidity gap in 2 candlestick pattern. Also forms series of higher low. So we may see that the market to retest and then reject from those levels here. These 2 levels are quite important. So if we see the market, you can see this is a pole here, and there is a bull flag is being formed, expecting that 5 minutes, from the 5 minutes perspective, this bull flag to break below and then to return again back to the upside. So we can look for different structure from different time frame. Here is, we see that there is an inverted head and shoulder and a strong breakout with that inverted head and shoulder. We see that one here, which is a pullback, a kind of bull flag in that area on this instrument. And because it's in a bull flag, we see that there was an inverted head and shoulder. There's a fair value gap, which is okay. So we see that there's a fair value gap, and in that fair value gap we will be looking to see that the market coming here, grabbing the liquidity and then bouncing back up. So it's in a sideway at the moment because of this structure. This is the plan here. We would like to see the market has broken below before we look for entry. Now looking at the 4 hour here, it still may continue to rise here, but we would like to see that the market is in a deeper drop here before we look for that entry opportunity in this market. I hope that you guys understanding it now, why we are waiting. And still, if you have any question, you can ask. Do you think that this continuous buying in gold is unhealthy for market? It's very unusual, right? Okay, so Nadishka Cherry, well, this is a bubble that I wouldn't say fully unhealthy. It is the way the market does. So let's look at the historical perspective, then we'll understand that actually why this happened and how it happened and what might potentially happen. So if you look at here, okay, so you see that whenever the market moves like that, we see a couple of structure formation in that way. So you see that the same pattern happened here, and finally we saw that there was a strong breakout followed by rejection and in the past. And we see that whenever the market trend like that in the past, here also big trend followed by a boom, a big monthly candle, and then doji start to move back. Here also the same thing when it dropped. So at the moment, because gold is considered to be the safe haven, and because of the fundamental, okay, so we see that there is a threat of inflation coming, very uncertain economic situation, unstable political situation causes gold to be volatile. So at the moment we see that it's in a strong bull move. At some point we could see the bubble to be burst, and we still don't know when it might burst, but it's keep pushing up at the moment. I wouldn't say very unhealthy, because it's the time, right? So since the birth of this instrument, we can see that it's moving up, right? So if you look at the timing, is a 2022, and then if you look at 2020 and then look back here 2018, and then so it was in an every month it's in a bull move, so it's an rising instrument. But how it works is that let's understand what to do in those situations. There is a term called the true intrinsic value. Let's understand it from the Google, that so you'll understand what happened when in this kind of situation. So okay, so if we look at on Google also, you can understand it to clearly know what it is. So it's a very important point. So the true intrinsic value in the context of finance refers to the inherent worth of an asset or a company, which is, we are looking at that XAUUSD, independent of its current market price. It represents that an asset is truly worth based on the underlying fundamental and future potential. So what happened is that when we see the market move in this way, okay, so when the bubble is formed, it normally deviate from its true intrinsic value. So which is also more often you see that when there is a news data coming up in the market, you'll see the market before that it trend differently, or it had a breakdown, is because of the market has bubbled and it come back to the true intrinsic value, and then for the buyers to buy again. So in that case, at the moment, in my opinion, this instrument, which is the gold spot, is against the US dollar, is currently over the true intrinsic value, so which is a potential bubble. And because it's above the true intrinsic value, so here is some sentiment is working for this market to rise up, as we discussed. So, and because of the uncertainty and many other economic and political factors working on it, and once that bubble burst, you see the market will return back to its true intrinsic value, even lower than this, again to buy again. So at the moment we see that it's moving. It's a normal rhythm in the market, which is happen over and over again. So if we look at some of the historical data, that if you guys look at those candles, you're gonna exactly remember which candle form in what context. So if you look at in the past, you'll see that so you'll see that this price this is in 2023, and so this is where there was a war. I think this candle where there was an, I think, Russia-Ukraine war. During that time period, this bubble has formed, and the market just crossed that completely, break below this one here, and then return back again in that direction of the major trend. So whenever this kind of bubble form, and I think this one is on COVID, this movement, so it keep happening in the market over and over again for a repetition. The market do this over and over again. So this one is COVID, I think. Yeah, that 2022 candles. So these two dojis are COVID. That's what happened. You can see this bubble, and then finally it moved back to the upside. And then this one is the war candle. This one is war candle. This one 2022, and then the market burst that bubble to the downside, broken the structure, and again move back to the upside. So here is at the moment this candlestick pattern that we can see. This is where it is inflation bubble, that I would say, with the different political uncertainty and the economic uncertainty. So that bubble also at some point we could see that, you know, bursting out, and that's where we will be able to see that the market might be breaking back below. At the moment we can see that it's still moving up, and you can see here 5 minutes a bullish engulfer formation. So the market trend 4-hour chart, we see that it's broken to the upside, and looking back 1 minute, a strong breakout from this bull flag. And with that breakout, this is a significant breakout in the market here. So this is a significant breakout, and because the market is in a bullish trend, would like to see that the price to potentially come back here, and then to boom, bounce back up. This is one probable scenario. The other is just to retest and then to return again. Here, without retesting this bull flag, I will still be patient to see, as the market has managed to break to the upside. There is a fair value gap it left here, though we can see that 30 minutes also a bullish candle here. 15 minutes is a bullish engulfer. We see also there is an inverted head and shoulder formation on the 15 minutes. Okay, so we see there is an inverted head and shoulder. We may see that the price to potentially respect this support level. It's the 5 minutes also. It's a bullish engulfer. So this 5 minutes candle is almost 96 pip candlestick pattern. Let's wait to see if we will be opening any position here at the moment in that area. So it's coming for a potential retest. We'll be waiting for that retest to happen. So if with this breakup structure, if we look at the 15 minutes price action, we can see there is an inverted head and shoulder, and with that inverted head and shoulder, the market is for us to potentially find an entry here. It is in a bullish trend. This 15 minutes candlestick pattern is a bullish engulfer here, and in that bullish engulfer, as so the data showing core retail sales is 0.5% instead of 0.4% and 1.4% instead of 1.3%. So in both situations we see that DXY showing little positive data, but we see that in fact didn't do any bearish on gold. We can see instead it's breaking to the upside. And if you look at what's happening with the DXY, okay, so you can see the DXY is, there is a breakup of structure here and then started to drop. So it's in a, DXY is in a downtrend, and we may see that potentially remaining bearish here, so which is mirroring on XAUUSD, which is trending to the upside here. Now the question is, we will be using this inverted head and shoulder possible move. Let's understand the price action here. This is the previous swing high here, 3317 level. So looking at the lower time frame here in this area on XAUUSD, so looking at in that area, we can see after this consolidation, we could see that the market to possibly drop here to the deeper liquidity gap and then to return again back to the upside. So the primary goal here is to see that the market has create a stronger momentum before we look for any position. So what we can see that with this is the 5 minutes time frame with this bullish engulfer, expecting it to for a pullback. The market is trending at the moment in the bearish direction here. For our chart, again dropping down in that support level, and okay, so complete rejection. It may now possibly to come back here for another support test. So when the market remains in a sideways, we can see this kind of breakup structure, and that is where we will be preparing for possible entry. So with this one here, we can see it drop back to that order block here, and yeah, so it started to after this bounce, it start to break below here, and we may see the market to come back below. Here is the price action in that area is possibly to with a bullish impulse followed by this correction here. Now how far? This is 1 minute price action, and okay, so if it is coming back here again from the 15 minutes, we can see that it dropped for a retest. So 5 minutes price action from this support level, it's slowly having an upside bias here, and as it is breaking in this direction to this support, where so it's in a we can see that very narrow sideway movement at the moment. With the data, we saw that there was a move, and then it's started to pull back. 15 minutes closing in 2 minutes time, and 3302 is a very important level that we could see that the price to drop and then to give us potential entry. 30 minutes candle also closing in 1 minute time, and also there is a 1 hour close. So now the question is that if the market after this 1 hour candle close, how it will be potentially moving. So would like to see that break below, and this breakup structure is important because once we see the market from the 1 hour, which is a narrow couple of narrow candle formation after this big move. So as this market is currently trending here, we would see that for the price to potentially, you know, that pullback here and then to return. So before the candle close, if we see the market drop to that level here from the 1 hour, we also the 4 hour chart almost to the 4 hour support level. So here I will be placing at the moment waiting for the drop. Then we will be placing possibly and pending order here for this potential buy. First waiting for this candle, 1 hour candle to close. It might close as a doji. So there is a fair value gap and it's trying to fill that. You can see there is a fair value gap here. So with this break below, the 1 hour candle close as a narrow doji. Now we may see that the price to come here to retest the support, which is the 4 hour support as well. And this is a bearish engulfer. The trend is up. So if you look at here, there is a fair value gap. So this gap is important as the market is coming for potential break from this. There is a double top here and then break of structure. Would like to see that the market is coming below here and then to return back again to the upside to create a new higher high. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking to see that how it might be working out in that area. And yeah, so you can see the price slowly trying to make an upside bias here. But until we see that the market make it move, so you will be waiting for that break of structure to the upside. Now from this, as you can see here, we see there is a liquidity grab, drop, and then the liquidity grab dropping, and also there's a liquidity grab dropping. So with the multiple liquidity grab, we see the market is possibly coming further here to that support level. Now from this support level, the market trying to bounce the 15 minutes here. We can see there is a candle closed, and so the level that I'm looking at 3302, because this is where the previous support So 3302, if the market is coming here to retest, that's what we will be looking for, possible entry opportunity here. And in the meantime, I hope that you guys enjoying the live session. If you're enjoying, I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Here is what we can see, that 2-3 candlestick pattern formation, 2 narrow red candles here, and we can see 2 red candles, and then the market to possibly drop here to the support level, waiting to see further deepen. Okay, with this long wick, we can see the market may try to form a reversal pattern here, and is waiting for the price to possibly to test the 15-minute support here. We will be only entering if the price coming to 3302. If not, then if it breaks above, then we will be looking for new level to look for entry. At the moment, the entry level is at 3302. If the market come here to this support level. Thank you for joining the live session. I appreciate your support, and let's keep trading with risk management and with the high probability trade setup. We are looking to see that the market currently in a after this more pullback, and this is a new candle here, and there's a liquidity, so you may see the price to exceed the level, and there is a fair value gap. So if you are not sure about the fair value gap, you can let us know as well. So with this fair value gap, we may see the market is grabbing the liquidity and then to trend back again to the upside to create a new higher high. So you can see there is a W sideway movement. We may see that now break to the upside, waiting for that that level to be retested, 3302 or 03 level. From here breakout, and also we can see that there is a bounce and lower time frame. Here you can see this is where the market is creating a structure, and from that structure would like to see the market to possibly break in that direction. Here this is what I will be looking for, that entry. Okay, so here it's form a structure, but I still think that there might be break below. It may continue to rise from here, but it's in a sideway, so not a very strongly bullish. Not a very strongly bullish yet, waiting for the market to give that possible trend in this market. Waiting for the price to a break. So you can see that there is a support level, which is this dynamic support, and the levels that I'm looking at the moment is 3302, as this is where the strongest move happened. Here it dropped to that level. I was expecting it to drop back below, but it didn't. We see that it dropped to that and then started to bounce back from that level again. All right, so you can see that, as you can see, after break of this high, the market started to break below, and that's what we're waiting to see, that the market to break the support and then to possibly come back here with the fair value gap. Now, as expected from the 15 minutes, so you can see that the candle closed with a pullback, and this is the level they're looking at, 3302 level. So which is the market is in fact approaching that level, and there is a fair value gap, as you mentioned. So if the market coming here and then forming rejection candle, we can look for selling. So this is looking at the 30 minutes, close to the doji, another doji. So here we may see some short-term bearish pressure. Now wanting to see the price to break below so all right, we can see that the market is coming to that fair value gap, and this is also from the 1 hour. If we look at the previous hourly low, 4 hour, if we look at, which is also dropping to the 4 hour low, and as this market is in that directional bias where the price is $15 minutes, looking to see that the market coming here in that zone here where there is a 20 EMA from the 15 minutes and also the 5 minutes chart, where we can see this is the 1 minute chart here. Want to see the price to possibly break below to the support level to grab that much of liquidity here in that area. So this is an important support level. So you can see that a downtrend moving back below here. Moving back below here in that area, wanting to see that it's dropping to that important support. Where the market in a support level from the 1 hour chart also having a reaction in that level. Okay, so it primarily from a bullish engulfer. 15 minutes the same way, 5 minutes in the same way, 1 minute chart, we can see that bullish price action in that area. So with that bull market, it's in a bullish price action, a bullish engulfer has formed, and where okay, so a break up, complete break below, that's what I'm looking to see. Now what we can see, a sharp bearish price action, drop to that order block. If you look at the 4 hour here, just below the 4 hour support. Now we can see that there is a bearish rejection, which is against the trend. So we may see that here some short-term drop, that waiting for the price to deepen to buy from the dip. So this is the previous trend line here, which is what we can see that this is the previous support. and in that previous trend line to that previous support. What you can see that this is where the market is approaching that trend line. It's a complete break below here. But I think further bearish move possible here in that area to that support level. Okay, so here as you can see, the market is breaking above in that area to the support from the support level, and we can see from here there is a sharp bounce, and with that bounce we can see the market slowly breaking above that level, and okay, so you can see it's as we expected, the market has broken below, but at the same time it's in a very sideways movement in that area, and with this sideways movement here, but you can see the market is possibly moving back to the upside from that level. So if we look for possible entry in this market here, we can see that this is where there is a, from this level there is a drop here, pullback, and we can see the market is potentially trending again in that direction here. And with that trend, so 15 is closing with another long wick candle. If the market has broken this support, that would be an important support that we could look for potential entry. And here is in a very narrow consolidation zone. Would like to wait for the market to possibly come back here, grab the liquidity, and then to trend again in the major direction here. So as you can see, the price is still maintaining that bearish market structure here, which is looking to see the price to retest and then to return back again. So 1 hour, 4 hour, 30 minutes. That is where you can see the market is heading to the upside. And we may see that possible break of support here. Now looking at the 15 minutes again, there is a long wick candlestick pattern formation, and so as the price tested this inverted head and shoulder multiple times, we may see the market to possibly return again in the major direction here. Where you can see there is a long wick candlestick pattern here, and still in a very narrow sideway movement. If we look at dollar yen here, that you can see also moving in a sideways. Dollar CAD as well. So we are looking to find entry on, so here XAUUSD, for dollar yen is here, and from that place here on dollar yen, on XAUUSD, we can see the market slowly trying to moving back to the upside. Now it is crucial for us to see that the market has changed the trend. This is locally, still you can see creating series of lower high in that area. So that series of lower high may bring that price back to that support and then to trend again, where the price is possibly to retest and then return back again to the upside. Now we see that the market here locally in a downtrend. So this is a trend line here, which is an important support, and from that support level expecting for this price to come back here to retest and then to trend again to create a new higher high in that area. So we are looking at to see that the market to come back here to retest, and while we see that lower time frame price action from the 30 minutes time, there is a long wick here, and want to see the price coming here retesting and then to reverting back up. So 15 minutes chart, we can see that this was the previous long wick rejection, and the price, if this all those red candle is straight coming back here, that's where we will be able to see the observe the price action for potential reversal from that zone. Waiting on the price to show its possible entry opportunity on XAUUSD, wanting to see the price has come back here, tested the low, and then reject back again to the upside here. Thank you for joining the live session, guys. If you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Okay, dropping back here to the support level. And 4-hour time frame, we see the previous low is 3293. Yeah, so coming back here to that support. Once it breaks from this trend line that we are seeing and 3293 level, we will see that possibly we can look for a short-term buy once we see the price is rejecting from that level. By the way, guys, level Paul speak. Yeah, sell now. Okay, no, not selling yet. We see some short-term drop, but not yet. Thank you. We're looking for that better setup, which is very important to look at when you are looking at the market. Now this is a support level. We can see the market is slowly making its possible way to the downside here, and expecting it to break and then to return. Now when we are opening positions, it's very important for us to see that the high probability position, because you don't want to open a position and then you know that as soon as you open it just go in the other direction, which sometimes happens. But when we can enter in an important area of value, we can look for the position to enter in a right time, which is absolutely important for us to look at as a trader. So looking to see that the market is in a here in a downtrend. Okay, we can see that it's breaking the support, and so 4-hour closing in 16 minutes. Before the close, we would like to see that a retest of this support level from the 15 minutes as well. Now this is the level that we can see from the 30 minutes, also approaching the 20 EMA, and from the 15 minutes, which is another bearish candle. So the next one, we see that back to back now for 15 minutes candle has been red. This is the next one. If it is coming below here, then we will see that the price has completely completed that whole move, drop back here. We can, if that's the price action is forming, we can look for possible buy in this market. So we'll be waiting to see how it is doing here. And at the moment it's on a trend line, you can see that. So I would expect a break of that trend line. Would expect the break of the trend line. And if the trend line has broken, that's where you will be able to see that the price action is heading in the major direction. Getting a reaction here on the lower time frame, and with this reaction to the upside on the lower time frame from 1 minute, where the market is with a bounce moving back up here, and so it is a complete break to the upside here from this trend line. Now the key here is to wait for confirmation. Now we can see that the market is still keeping that push back to the upside. If it is forming an inverted head and shoulder here, that's where we will be looking for possible buying opportunity in this market. Having a push back to the upside, and the market trend is up, and we can see from here it is a very strong uptrend. We'll be looking for a pullback and then to potentially the market to trend back again, which is currently in an it's just has got a bounce from this level to the 1 hour resistance. As this market in a sideway, we will be waiting to see where it is heading. 4 hour time frame is returned back to the upside, and with that movement would like to see the price to show its hand, how it might be doing. This is a complete breakout. So it didn't give us any proper opportunity to enter, because as we are waiting for a break from this trend line, it didn't break. So the market trend is strongly bullish, so it didn't break, and just it has a reaction from that support level. So that might the thing that the market is heading back to the upside here to create a new higher high in that market. So now with this narrow doji, the market is here having that uptrend, and with this uptrend there's a long red candle, expecting for the price to possibly to trend in that direction. We are almost 2 hours and still there isn't, because the market here, there's only one impulse that we can see. Previously was in a sideways, so trading on a sideways market, as you know, it's not a good idea at all. We're waiting for the best setup possible in the market, and which is the main goal here, for us to look for that potential trading opportunity. So here with this strong breakout, we may see the market is still trending in the major direction, and where we can look for the price to possibly to go back up to this resistance line. But this is a very narrow gap here for us to enter any trade. But we may see the price to potentially retreat back to that level. We see that on dollar yen, it's in a downtrend. Dollar CAD also in a downtrend. Both of them. XAUUSD is in a here in a bullish trend, and 4 hour closing in 4 minutes time, which is showing, since you know that Asian Open, it's still in a bull market, maintaining that bullish market structure, signaling that potentially later today we may see that bullish. You can see this is the daily price action, which is from the daily, there is a gap open on the daily time frame, and you can see that with that gap open, it's a full body green. So in the first half of the day, majority of the part we see that bullish. So if we look at the 4 hour here, yeah, you can see it's filling that long wick. So 30 minutes back to back 3 bearish candle formation, 15 minutes big bull candle, and the 5 minutes strong breakout. So possibly we could see that a potential trend continuation here. Now moving back to the 1 minute chart, here we can see this is a full breakup structure. So we have seen that after break of this low, the price fill that fair value gap, and the market after this fair value gap, it managed to break to the upside with a narrow pullback in that area. So that narrow pullback, what we can see that the market is possibly to trend again in that direction. So waiting for that price to give us possible entry, and as this market has managed to have a bounce, what I think that we may see possible trend continuation in this market. So 15 minutes a big bull candle, and the 30 minutes as well. So if we look at the 30 minutes, we can see that quite a few 30 minutes bearish engulfer here, which is that possibly we see the market has respected this trend line here on the 30 minutes, which is a channel. And if we look at here, 192 pip, possibly keeping a gap, we may see the market to remain to the upside. In the last moment, we can see there is a pullback. So for us to have an entry above this level here, we can see that possible entry opportunity in this market. So this breakup structure expecting to come back here from this swing low to break below and then to return again in the major direction here. It is a very sharp uptrend. We will be waiting for possible breakup structure. Now looking for a breakup structure is very important, as you want to see that to trade in the market where there is a trend just opinion plus fundamental MM5 set for buy. Okay, so yeah, it's in a bull market. Question, where are you anticipating the breakup 2393 if that's level broke structure and we are in uptrend? Yes, this is what happened. You can see that because this is in a trend, right? So you see that the trend, the market was expecting the support here, support here, support here, quite a few support level, and then with that support the market is from this support in the past has got reaction to the upside, right? So if the market is deviating from that trend line, from that support, we could see that the market to return again back to the upside. That's the primary reason why we are looking to see the market having a breakup structure. Now in this area here at the moment, we can see the market is in a sharp uptrend. Now this swing low here 3309 is a very important support level. While we can see dollar yen is in a downtrend, so dollar yen may continue to drop here to this support level. Okay, so we'll be I will be opening a sell trade on dollar yen. We are already running a sell position, but I would like to add one more position here for possible couple of pip movement here by the market. So we will be targeting around 25 pip with a 25 pip stop loss here. We can extend some portion of this trade to the downside. So dollar yen is in a downtrend, expecting for this market to potentially to remain bearish here. That we can see that lower time frame price action is bearish here on dollar yen, and so keeping the stop loss above this high with a tight, wanting to see the market is coming here on dollar yen, opening a sell here on dollar yen with this structure for so expecting dollar yen to have couple of pips move here. So you open a sell on dollar yen. We see, I will be explaining later also the strategy. Now what we see, the dollar yen guys here, dollar yen, here we saw that there was a long week candle, there's a long week and then long week and then long week and then long week, quite a few long week candles. And after this long week candles, the market had rejected. So with the rejection, expecting for this price to possibly to drop here to that support level. There is a liquidity and wanting to see the market is breaking below here, where there is a high, this is support level here. So from this level you can see this is an important level, around 7 pip drop so far we have entered, expecting dollar yen to continue to drop. And let's try to catch some peep on dollar yen. We'll be holding it as this structure has broken, expecting it to trend back to that support level here. And in the meantime, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, guys. 30 minutes price action, we can see that this is a bullish price action here on the 30 minutes, and lower time frame as well, we can see that bullish price action. Thank you, welcome. So from 30 minutes here is in a downtrend, which is significant. From the 15 minutes as well, an important support here, and lower time frame we can see the market is in a, from this level there is a breakout, it's in a downtrend. Here is in an uptrend on XAUUSD, dollar yen is a downtrend. Okay, so there is a rejection here. So there's a reaction on dollar yen, and so XAUUSD trying to break from the structure. Dollar yen, once we open couple of peep to the upside, so dollar yen, what happened is that once we open, the price has moved back up again for a pullback, so it's approaching to our entry again. Because the market didn't break below, I will be exiting this trade at entry once it dropped, because it has lost its signal quality because of the bounce. So I will be closing this trade possibly at entry with a little bearish drop. It may keep dropping, but I will not be running anymore, as the market is, you can see, is getting a reaction from that level. So we might need to let the couple of peep first drop. Okay, so while we can see that gold started to drop again, there's a huge fair value gap on gold, and this one is, it's in an uptrend. If you look at the 30 minutes, you can see the market had a huge break below in the past. So okay, so dollar yen, I am exiting at the current price with maybe 3 pip less, because I don't want to see it's again moving up. We might see downside or bounce back up. So I'm out with the dollar yen with 4 pip minus around. It's not a big one, but this trade may keep dropping or may bounce again, so we will not be running the trade anymore. So I'm minus 4 pip on dollar yen. Let's wait to see what's happening with XAUUSD, as after this move it has dropped to that support here, and it's in a breakup structure at the moment, gold. And looking at the 1 hour and the 30 minutes also, it's a sharp bull market, so we can see there's some reaction coming on gold. And in gold, I will be opening buy in that area here, keeping my stop loss. So this is a sharp possible bounce, so I will be opening buy here on gold, stop loss below this low here, so we'll be around 64 pip stop loss, targeting here to this top. So the my entry now, before I enter the market start to drop, so the entry is here. So very tight stop loss, and couldn't enter yet. See that there is a breakup structure waiting to settle. Still not on the trade. Couldn't find the entry yet. So I haven't opened yet. We see the market started to break below, so we'll be waiting. We'll be waiting to see possible reaction. So placing a buy here. Now at the moment we might see that possible reaction. So I placed a buy on gold and TP at the top here. So TP will be placing in that area with an expectation for a possible bounce back up. So buy trade is on gold now from this level. So the stop loss we place it 330.26. Would like to see that the market to revert back here to the liquidity zone. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Here on there's the narrow gap here, so I placed the trade buy market, expecting it to return back up here to the upside to create a new higher high. Now very tight stop loss. So okay, so getting some there is a dodgy formation. So if it is reacting from this level, then we might see that upside bias. We see that there is a possibility for a move. So we can see the market started to move in our favor here with that movement on XAUUSD, holding this trade for possible a further upside. So if you guys with me with this trade, let me know in the live chat how many of you have opened the trade. So we are on the trade, and I will be explaining later why the strategy was the trade was open. The main goal here is to catch that move to the upside for possible another bounce here. Now since we open, it's moving in the direction, expecting it to keep pushing back to the upside. Now here is what we can see, that lower time frame price action from the so we see that still bullish move is on the showing that it might be moving back to the upside here, and as the market is moving in the major direction, still holding it to see that possible the price to push back to the upside. So there is a if we look at doji formation, it just failed to create a higher high. So now so we are out with the dollar yen trade. I'm not looking at that. Here is XAUUSD is still showing possible movement back to the upside. This market is here. We are looking forward to see a bias which will give us if it return back up here, we will find around 90 pip move possibly to the upside. So as a trend trader, this is always our goal, is to look for a market that is trending, and that's how we always keep on track on the trade to give us the high probability setup. Now you can see this is a narrower candle formation. We're expecting it to possibly to move back up to the resistance. We see that the market is moving, and I would like to see a feedback. How many of you it breaks through? It's going long. Yeah, yep, absolutely. I'm on the trade. Ignatius, welcome. How many of you are on the trade, guys? If you're on the trade, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more update and trade ideas that I'm posting for education, and also join the Telegram channel, as well as you can find more links on the description for more updates and education. So here is what's trying to do here. Let's see, because if it is not committing for a bigger trend, we may be able to see what we can do here. And 5 minutes price action also showing that possible bullish, and 1 minute, that's a Okay, there is a long wick rejection here, and that is what we can see the market is possibly to okay, it's moving in our direction as we expected. So I'm still holding it, but I will be prepared to close any time if needed. If it is coming for a weak fill, then will not be running it, because it might break again below with around 37 pip profit. We can exit, but still running in. Okay, so I will be exiting the trade at the moment with the running profit. As you can see, it's formed a liquidity candle. It may try to break below, or it may break above, so depending on how he is doing. So here is we can see the market here form a liquidity candle here, so it may again return back up, but there is a probability for one more drop as imbalance here. So I am out of the trade, as the market trend is, it's in that area in a sideways, so we gain some level of profit. That I'm out with that, because it's not a very sharp uptrend, so you don't want to take the trade too long just to see that it break below, and again there is an imbalance here and breaking below in that direction. So I'm out with the trade. And as the market is keep moving, we could see the price to later this NY session, we may see further opportunity coming up in the market. And it was really great trading day with all of you guys, and we'll be looking forward to have some better opportunity tomorrow, as well as, you know, that if you look at calendar here, which is in the calendar, tomorrow also very important trading day coming up later today, as also Powell will speak, so that will also give a high probability trade setup later today, followed by tomorrow Euro AUD, as well as dollar news coming. So this is a very volatile trading day, and I like to trade this kind of days, as there is always you know, that liquidity in the market, volatility, we can find better setup. So thank you for joining this live session. I hope that you found value in it. If you find value, then don't hesitate to join us in the VIP as well, in the mentorship currently open. You can find link below this video for more update on that. Currently 95% off is ending, and I would highly encourage you to right now to take the opportunity to join us with 95% off on the mentorship program, which is ending very soon. And I'll see you very soon again on the other side, trading live together. Until then, stay well, stay happy.